Have you been warned that was a point of emphasis as far as moving the ball?
They've been warning me that for years. I think, when you're trying to get a forward lean and really do that, I think I've had a tendency to do that in the past, so they've definitely warned me before. I think that it's got to be smarter, especially in that situation. I think, if that's a full yard to gain, probably not as much, but I think because it was so short, the fact that I moved it forward at all was going to get called, and just got to be smarter than that.
What's your role as a veteran on this team to guide the guys through the last 3 games?
I mean, obviously, your job as a veteran is to continue to just push and work and get guys focused on preparing and getting better and blocking out a lot of the outside stuff. I think we had our opportunities today. This one's tough. It's a very tough game to lose. A lot of implications involved in it. Frustrating day to say the least, but all you can do is move forward and play the next one.
What did you see from Jalen? He was obviously sick. Was he battling through it?
Yeah, of course. And I expect nothing less of the guy. I mean, he's proven to battle through stuff like this before. He's a warrior. He's a competitor. Obviously the game didn't go our way, but he made some outstanding plays for us, for sure. Anything else?
Did you see his ability to perform diminished at all due to his illness?
Jalen?
Yeah.
I thought he made a lot of plays. I don't know that it looked like it was diminished. Obviously, it's always going to affect you a little bit, whether you're hampered with an injury, illness, whatever. But I know there's the 2 interceptions, but he's trying to give guys a chance to make a play, and just doesn't go our way. I thought for the most part it looked like he played really well. We did a lot of, we're just not quite consistent enough, and penalties and little things like that hurt us big time.
Obviously, you got to be happy with the way you ran the ball most of the game. What do you think was missing in the second half to put more points on the board?
We had more opportunities in the first half. You receive the ball to start, you're going to get more opportunities. They had a couple long drives. I don't know how many drives we had. We had 4 in the second half, 3 or 4. Would have obviously liked to, finish with more points. And I thought, for the most part, we moved the ball decently. Just had some turnovers, had some penalties. Obviously, the big one by me. That's ultimately what ended up costing us.
Overall, this defense, do you think there was some improvements in this game?
I mean, yeah, for sure, yeah. I think up front we handled the run a little bit better. A few got out on us, but we still weren't, quite there, of course. But I think we showed some improvement where we really wanted to, but the difference was we didn't make it where we needed to.
Did you notice any differences with scheme or style or anything with Matt calling the plays in this game?
I mean, I really just worry about what I'm doing. For me up front, really, it's been the same, honestly, for me. I'm just playing fast, and, the call's always been simple for us. Just go.
How does this team respond after, yet another loss? You guys were 10-1, now you've lost 3 in a row. Obviously, got a great group of veterans on this team.
I mean, the same way we always do. We just got to get the corrections, go back to practice, and, hope, fix it. That's all we can do. Go home. Go back, fix it.
How do you think the defense is going to respond with having a new guy calling the plays on defense, running the show?
I think we responded well. I think a couple plays got away from us, but I do think we played hard. I think they played fast, but missed tackles. Just I don't want to say little stuff because obviously it's not little, but yeah, we just got a couple plays, changed it.
So this week, obviously, with a new play caller, Matt, were there any adjustments? Did you see any differences in the defense and the way it was called?
We probably played up a little more, played a little tighter coverage. We emphasized just challenging receivers and making them earn it. So I think, and We blitzed. We blitzed some. I'm not sure how much we blitzed more or anything like that, but the biggest difference is just challenging and just being aggressive.
What do you think was a difference in the second half? Obviously, they started running the ball a little more and then maybe hit some big plays.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think in the second half, they started running the ball. That whole first series, they ran the ball and scored. And then just at the end, they just made the plays, and we didn't. So sometimes that's how football goes.
In your mind, what does this defense need to do, to fix some things, to pull out the win next time?
I think we played a good game. I wouldn't say great, but I think we played a good game. We got to get the ball somehow. We didn't get any turnovers. I think they maybe had a fourth down stop. I'm not sure. Or did they call that flag? I can't remember. But the only thing we need to work on is just get turnovers for the offense and get them more chances to score. Because if you don't get any turnovers and, the offense doesn't score here or there, then you automatically make it a close game. So we just got to get the ball.
Final question for you. Obviously, this team was 10-1. Three tough losses.
Yeah.
How do you guys respond, come together to turn this around?
You gotta just keep going. In the moment it sucks, and but we've built. Luckily, we've built a good kind of cushion. We gotta get out of this rut though. We gotta win a game. NFL is like that sometimes. I think the 49ers had the same situation earlier in the season, but at the end of the day, you want to play your best ball in December, leading into the playoffs. So we got to snap out of it.
Appreciate you. James, what was the play call on that one? Were you expecting some help or anything on that last touchdown?
Oh, no, I was just playing the sticks.
Yeah.
Who's the man?
What could you have done differently in your mind?
Nothing really. He just ran past me, so I was sitting at the sticks.
Brandon over there said, man, we had that one. How frustrating and disappointing is it that you guys played pretty well as a defense and gave that up at the end?
Very frustrating.
What's it going to take to get out of this 3-game slump? Fletch said he's sick, feeling this way, losing.
I got to play better.
How do you feel like the defense adjusted with kind of all the changes that happened over the course of the week?
Oh, we did pretty good. I just didn't play well today.
How difficult of a week was it when you are changing the play caller on defense? Did you guys get together and discuss how to move forward with this?
Honestly, it wasn't too difficult. You probably wouldn't be asking me that question had we won and I made a play, but I didn't play well, so it wasn't really difficult for the team.
Was there any sort of transition process throughout the week to make the adjustment?
Ask that again, please.
Was there any transition when this adjustment happened and how practice went?
Oh, no, we kept everything the same. They just switched roles.
We expect the safety help over the top on that 3rd and 10,
Oh, you talking about the first one or the second?
the touchdown.
Oh, no, I was just playing the sticks.
I was saying, as the week kind of developed, we obviously kind of got the news about it, pretty early in the week. I mean, I don't know who told you guys or whatever, but, we just handled it in the house, and I guess obviously we was going to find out anyway. But, yeah, Matt Patricia took over and kind of ran the meetings this week, so had a good week of practice. Feel like we did a lot of good things in this game. Didn't tackle particularly well. I think our third down was just a little bit better. It's just I feel like their defense made a little bit more plays than we did, and 2-minute drill, situational football, we got to be better there.
What do you think were the differences with Matt Patricia calling the game? Is there any nuances or anything that were different?
I mean, it's hard to say. Obviously, I just felt like we just played a little better, on defense. Like you said, we was a lot better, like on third downs. I wouldn't say we was great, we still obviously gave up some. But like I said, I don't think we tackled particularly well. I think obviously we had a really good first half, and it was really crucial for us to come out in the second half to have a really good drive, and we gave up a touchdown. So you never know when those things are going to come up and bite you. But if we were able to get off the field there, we missed a couple tackles, and it was able to drive down the field. So like I said, some good things in the game, but we just didn't play well in the most crucial situations, which is at the end of the game.
What do you think are the things that the defense still has to fix?
I mean, I think we can be better in a lot of situations, but like I said, I just don't think we tackle well. We usually tackle pretty good, but we didn't tackle well at all. We can obviously continue to prove on third down. Our red zone was pretty good. I think they was 0 for 2 in the red zone, forced some field goals there, kept us in the game. But yeah, it's always things we can improve, and that's exactly what we're going to do this week. You know, we're not going to sit here and dwell on it. Obviously, we got a long plane ride, so, you know, guys are going to do a lot of reflection. But, you know, coming back up, we have another, you know, big game. Obviously, we got to find a way to get off this losing streak. And, you know, we're going to stick together and just go back to work.
Kevin, what did you see on the 2 deep balls that you won that last drive, the one to Metcalf and then the touchdown to Jackson?
You've seen him catch the ball. I mean, those guys made a play. I mean, DK, you know, obviously is a really good player. He made a play there. And obviously number 11 made a good play too as well. So, you know, those guys get paid too.
Was there any leaders that spoke up this week, you know, guys who have been here for a while, about the change with the play caller and defense?
As far as, like, did they like it or not? Or
Kind of getting guys together, and maybe it's a jolt that this is happening, that you're changing up. You know, who's calling the plays?
I mean, this is a business. At the end of the day, like, no matter if it's anybody's calling the play calls, whoever it may be, when the call goes into the linebacker and he relays the call, we got to go out and execute the call. So, and that's just me personally. I just always feel like it doesn't really matter who's making the calls. Whatever call is being made, we have to execute. So as players, like I said, once we get through the week and we kind of make all adjustments and everything, on game day, this is our day. You know, so at the end of the day, obviously, we all as leaders know we kind of spoke just throughout the week just about making sure that we just continue to harp on the details, continue to study, practice hard. Like I said, we had a really good week of practice. I think it showed for the most part today. But like I said, those crucial situations, first drive out of halftime wasn't good, and obviously wasn't good at the end of the game.
First, you have them backed up at the 8 and then to not be able to get a stop.
I mean, that's things that we talk about. You know, keeping them against the back line, and obviously, you know, as a defense, we didn't do a good enough job of keeping them back there. You know, they made some plays, and I mean, it's one of them games. You know, now it's 3 games in a row, so it's the same stuff. You know, we didn't close the game. We didn't do a good enough job on defense. Obviously, we didn't do a good enough job as a team. But I think the biggest thing is we have to focus on us and you know, stay together. It's been a rough 3 weeks for this team, and you know, just like all good teams, they face a little adversity no matter how good you are. And right now, I feel like we're still a really good team, and we're facing a lot of adversity. So I think the biggest thing for us is, so what, now what, right? It was one of them games where I felt like we should have finished, as a defense. And I want to be on the field in those situations and close the game out for our team. But apparently they made a couple plays. They get paid too. So we think we're running out of chances right now. I think we've got a couple more games left. Obviously we're hard in the playoffs, but we're looking at the bigger picture. I think now we got to focus on being a better team on the road. I think we didn't play good the last 2 weeks. We didn't close the game out. So as leader of this team, leader of this defense, I just got to keep pushing everybody, keep everybody positive. Not single anybody out. Keep everybody, in a good mood, and spiritual winning. So, we get a chance to play a division opponent coming up. They know us, we know them. So we're going to line the football up and go play.
Fletch, when did you guys find out that Patricia's going to be taking up the play calling?
Oh, man, it's the NFL, so things happen. Obviously, some things got shaken up. Obviously, at the same time, you got to understand where it was not a player decision, as I always say, I'm employee 91. So it was a good week of practice. The side's been really, really good for us. And through training camp when he first got here, he's a good play caller. But obviously, as a staff, as whatever it is, there was a change, a little shaking up, and we still got this side back. That's the biggest thing. Always having his back, supporting him, and obviously Matt, he's calling the plays now. So it's different. We got to adjust and move on.
So none of the leaders were like. Nick didn't go to any of the leaders and talk to you guys before the decision was made.
We do a really good job of keeping the stuff in house, in this organization. Apparently that got out. It shouldn't have got out, and it did, but whatever. So,
we're looking forward to, again, practicing this week and moving on to our next opponent.
With that switch, were there any tangible changes during the week?
I think the biggest thing is, we're two different coordinators. They're going to be a couple different things. You're going to approach it a different way. You're going to do things different ways, and as a pros, we have to adjust, right? I think we did a really good job, adjusting and being pros, and we got a lot to learn from. We didn't close the game out today, and I think that's the most important thing. Was winning this game today. We didn't win the last three. Now we got to try to claw stretch and win a game. We got to get that feeling back. Haven't had that feeling. I'm sick right now. We didn't. So gonna be a long plane ride back to Philly. We'll get home about 8 a.m. in the morning. Kind of get our thoughts together and regroup.
When a coaching change is made like that, do you guys view that as a reflection of the way the players are playing?
I mean, the players are going to play, right? We're going to play whatever call is called. The coaching change there's no effect on us. It's just, kind of getting used to the way that he formats and call the games. So I think, it's a lot to learn from today. And we know Matt's going to come in, whatever day we come in and watch film and break this thing down. And he's going to keep us together. That's his biggest thing, keeping us together. The leaders keeping this team together. Not nobody going anywhere, singling nobody out, pulling ourselves out of anything because, we lost 3 games. I said last week, find out who the real dudes are. We got to do it again this week, against a team that's won a couple games, right? And we'll be ready for it.